All right, let me start off by saying that being YouTube depressed is not the same thing as being depressed in real life. In fact, they might be the opposite. Like, I am doing maybe the best in my actual life ever. I'm loving being with my kids and my family, and I'm working out a ton. I'm trying to get ripped for mainly my wife, but I'm also hoping to do some like Last Day on Earth in real life videos and stuff. And that guy's ripped, and so I'm trying to get ripped. And been working on that, and you know, life's going well. My main job's going amazing. I've seen tons of changed lives. I work for a ministry that reaches out to college students, and it has just been amazing. It's been amazing to see so many changed lives. It's been awesome. So life is going well, but on the YouTube front, I'm feeling pretty down right now. And part of that is because this game, Frostborn, the main game of this channel, honestly, part of the reason I created this channel was for Frostborn. It's just not doing so hot, and it's never been doing amazing. It never did what I thought it was going to do. Frostborn is such a fun game that has some really key things wrong about it that just prevents it from being the AAA game that it's supposed to be. Okay, I'm gonna bring, this is kind of dumb, but I'm gonna bring my fire bow, see if I can't find some PvP while we're talking. Do something reckless. I mean, that's all I do, I feel like. So Frostborn comes out, it's not quite what we're wanting, right? It doesn't, the updates don't add the things that we thought would be a no-brainer for them to add, because other games add it, like an arena, that was a big one. Fixing certain balance issues seemed like a no-brainer, but they're not doing it. They're adding runes, and those runes are ruining in a, that wasn't actually meant to be a pun, but there's things about this game that are amazing. I mean, the best of its kind. I mean, Odin's the best mobile co-op ever. Playing this game with family is so fun because, you know, you can tell your family, hey, get on and, you know, we're gonna defend the base. But playing with friends is hard because you gotta do the raid with each other like enough times, and you gotta be really committed in this game. It doesn't really work for casual gamers, and that causes problems. So that's one of the issues. So pretty much all I do, and then with the war, there's no updates for this game. So that was what I kind of like when it didn't go the way I wanted it to. I was still enjoying playing this game. I was still enjoying. All right, we're going solo, even though I really doubt I'll run into anyone, though I have heard that some people are finding solo players in the server, the West server. Apparently it's like the solo server right now, so we might end up running into someone. I just hope I'm ready. I don't want to soup up if I'm going to just run into bots, so I don't know. But then if I don't soup up and I die, that's gonna sting, so we'll figure it out. Okay. So, but with the war, it has prevented the Ukrainian devs to have updates. By preventing the updates, that was a lot of my content. Every month they would come up with at least one good update, and one good update was really helpful. Like basically usually have about 7 to 10 videos I could do with each update. So, and they would do an update at least once a month. So that's like 10 out of my 30 videos a month that were kind of easy. I'd be able to tell you guys about the update. And the other 20 were like, you know, and then maybe 5 of those videos were other games that I'd cover, maybe 10 if I was covering a lot that month. And so that left only 10 of the videos that I had to like really think about. Well, now I'm having to do it in like every video. New title, new subject, new concept. And it's getting tiring really fast. I still love Frostborn. I love covering it. But I'm going to be honest. I am running out of ideas. And, you know, I know a lot of you guys are going to come up with some ideas. And they're great ideas. Like I'm going to tell you right now that the ideas you're coming out with are great ideas. But because Frostborn's decline, they're never gonna, the channel's not gonna just go up in views, right? I'd have to cover a different game, And if I wanted to cover a different game, I'd have to fight real hard to get into that game. Unless it was a new game. But there's not a lot of new games with the top-down survival that I'm kind of more known for that I've been really hitting it. So maybe, I don't know. If there's... so there's 2 ways that I can go about breaking out of my YouTube depression, which, remember, is not the same thing as real life depression. I'm really happy in life, and if my YouTube channel goes, you know, actually the other channel, the main channel, is doing amazing. Okay, so in reality, I don't even necessarily need this channel to do amazing. It can just be us hanging out playing games. You guys, I've always viewed the gameplay channel as more like JCF family. You know, you guys are my... this is a bot zone. Yeah, that makes sense. I haven't logged onto this account in a while. All right, let's try to get a new zone. So that's fine. We can just keep doing this, and it can just be, you know. But I'm gonna be honest. If it ever gets to where it's like less than 1,000 views per video, I'm gonna start feeling like... Honestly, I don't even know why. Honestly, I might still keep playing with you guys. I don't know. I'm not sure what I would do. It's weird how, you know, 500 people watch a video, and which is amazing, right? Like, I should be like, what? 500 real people were wanting to watch this video. That's amazing. But it, like, you get used to a certain number, and then you're like, oh, only 500 people. If 500 people were around me, I would be suffocating. You know, like, it would be so many people. And it's just funny how, like, YouTube does that. YouTube can really mess with you. Like, you can, people, souls, real life souls can start looking like numbers. So I always have to try to remind myself, like, no, each one of those people is a real person. Each one of you that's watching this is a real person. I try to keep that in mind, because you're really valuable. If I met you in real life, I'd probably love you. I'd probably think you were awesome, and I'd love to get to know you. And you have your whole story, your whole life, that would be so interesting to learn about you. So I just try to keep that in mind. And that guy hit me. Really hoping I'm running into real player, but I also get away so I can soup up. So anyways, there's 2 ways to go about breaking free from my YouTube depression. And I want to know what you guys think I should do, or maybe I'll do both. Okay. The first one is to think of something that you guys will keep watching, even if the games is lame. And PvP is always the best way to do that, but Frostborn is very hard to find PvP unless you're really active, and even then, the game is hard. It's hard. If they add an arena, it wouldn't even be a question in my mind. If they added an arena, I would just keep playing Frostborn, and I would just keep doing new arena battles. But the fact that we have to, like, make a zone fun, and then you got to worry about clanning up, all of that stuff it makes it hard. So I need to find something. So my series with my son, you know, the father and son series, that's something that I could get excited about. It's really hard to work with his school schedule right now, but I can make it work. We could keep playing, keep working towards the Forge. But you know, those games can get it. Okay, it's a boss. So that's one thing I could play with my son, or you guys might have another suggestion that I might like. I don't want it to be where I'm spending 2 hours to find some good PvP, and then I, you know, cut it down to just that PvP, right? Now, you'll see a lot of Frostborn YouTubers, they'll have lots of PvP, and what they're doing, just to let you know, if you're not, I mean, you may probably already know this, is they just play the game, and they've got a lot of time, right? They don't have, you know, kids and another job and all this stuff, and maybe they're not posting content every year, whatever it is, they just play. They play and play and play, and they've got a lot of time to play, a lot more time than I do to play. And then they go back, and they're not recording like with voice, right? Like what I'm doing right now and talking to you guys. And they go and they edit just those fun parts, and then they put some like music in there, some kind of no copyright music, They put that in there so that, you know, you've got videos. And a lot of you guys are like, oh, we love JCF because he actually talks to us. We feel connected to you, all that stuff. But it's a much harder type of content to make. And that's why PvP is not going to work. You know, like, if you guys want to do all the work, like Ruckus and them, where they play and play and play, and then they just get me on the team, and then they kind of coordinate everything for me. But even those guys ended up getting tired of the game and quitting. So it's a lot of work that a team would have to do to get me in on it with them. Man, I am just not finding any PvP today. Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I can think of right now is playing with my son. That would be something that I would enjoy, but I also need someone to kind of help me with think of episodes. And so you'd have to maybe coordinate with one of my team members and say, okay, I'll think of episodes for you, and just be like, do this with your son, do this with your son, and here's all the titles, you know. And I would just kind of work through those titles. That'd be fun. That'd be really good. I enjoy spending time with my family. Eventually my daughters can start playing, but I don't really want to expose them to too much YouTube too quickly, because YouTube can be kind of a life-consuming thing if you're not careful. And so I don't really want them to be thinking too much about, oh, you know, how do I look on screen and all that stuff. My son's doing pretty good. So I want to kind of do what I'm doing there with them. But my youngest daughter, man, she is a firecracker. She is so energetic and funny. I think she's going to be really good on YouTube. Just a really cute personality. But I want to do it in a healthy way, okay? So that's kind of the long-term plan. Ooh. Yes, a real player. Hello, Red Dragon. Come back with good gear and kill me. Oh, there's someone. What are you doing, player? Why are you in aggressive mode? Don't fight me. I'm not gonna tell you. Why are you in aggressive mode? Question mark. Oh, it's Russian. Alright, Russian. Why are you in aggressive mode? Click on the red X on the bottom left part of the screen. See if there we go. Now we can be friends. Now we are friends. Alright, just taught someone. It annoys me. There are so many new players in this world, in this game, that don't understand how to not be in aggressive mode. See if anyone's down here. And they just sit there and they do stupid things. Nope. Alright, we'll clear this out for... Okay, the other option is for me to play a new game that you guys would all want to watch, which is rare, right? I mean, you lose a lot of people when you want to play a new game. But if I was to play a new game, which would definitely help with the YouTube depression, it would need to be a game that was early on, and maybe I'd be accessing the beta, a game that's going to do well, or at least we think it's going to do well. Okay, I just felt a little bit of a lag spike. There we go. It's our friend. Alright. We'll show this friend our generosity. It's all yours, bro. Alright, we'll guard the entrance. I don't have any traps, though. Alright, we're gonna hide right here. Just in case anyone comes in, we're gonna guard this guy, let him loot the dungeon, and hopefully get out. Okay, so playing a new game needs to be in beta, needs to be early on, needs to be a game that is kind of similar to Frostborn, at least a little bit. It's fun, obviously. And something that our community, our Frostborn community, could really get behind. So Craft of Survival was something I was excited about. Still am somewhat excited about. Waiting for that arena to come out. And when it does, I am gonna just play it a ton, and hopefully it'll be everything I dreamed of it to be. And if not, then that's gonna really stink, because I'm still frustrated. It's not my game, so I need to just get over it. But if Frostborn just added an arena, it would be, or some kind of event, like even if they just had Lake Castle but balanced, I could probably play this game forever. Like, it would just be so fun. I would never need new ideas because I would just click match, you know? I just go and do a match. It would be different every time. It'd be new each time, and that's what I'm looking for. A game that's new. That's why Call of Duty Mobile and PUBG and even Wild Rift, like all those games keep doing well because every game is new. It's the multiplayer that makes them new. Frostborn has a little bit of that, you know, it definitely has some of that, but it's not nearly as much as it could be. All right, I'm gonna go up to the top. All right, we're gonna sit here for a little bit, see if any PvP shows up. I feel like I did a good deed today by teaching that guy how to get out of aggressive mode. I wish I could teach more players how to get out of aggressive mode. So that's it. I mean, this is a great example. If I did this episode and I didn't have this idea of being YouTube depressed, I would just play, and I've played for 30 minutes, and I did end up having something that was unique. I taught a guy how to get out of aggressive mode. So that'd be cool. It'd be a cool little episode. But sometimes it takes longer than 30 minutes. Sometimes it takes, you know, an hour and a half before I find something that I'm like, oh, okay, this can define this episode. And we had to go to a lot of bot zones beforehand. So I need to just figure out how to make this game more simple, easier to just make good content. So either I need to do that, and y'all need, if y'all want to help me with ideas of what I could do, but you have to keep in mind, if you're going to help me, your ideas have to keep in mind, it has to be simple, okay? Because I'm doing this, you know, I have a really awesome life outside of YouTube. I don't want to spend more than, at least on this gameplay channel, I don't want to spend more than 7 hours a week of making content, okay? So 7 hours, 7 episodes. Ideally, it'd just be like, I mean, if it was like an arena, I could do like 3.5 hours, 7 episodes, you know, but that would require every moment to be exciting. And that's the very few games are able to do that. But, you know, even if it was like 45 minutes and that was an episode, that would be amazing. And then I put the rest of my time in the main channel. And then I put the rest of my time in my life, my real life. So new game, beta, exciting. I don't want to cover another like really small game unless it's so fun, unless it's just absolutely the most fun game. But like Frostborn, if you find a game like Frostborn, I'm in. You know, like the game is amazing. It never took off like it meant to. Like I think it should have, and that was because of, in my opinion, the devs not making the changes that we were wanting them to make. And there was some legitimately like frustrating things like certain bugs and stuff, but I don't know. Even if they made the changes I wanted them to make, the game might not have ever taken off like I wanted it to. So I just got to keep that in mind. Looks like the zone has become dead, which is really sad, because I thought, you know, I found a real player zone. So well, I guess that's it, guys. I mean, that's the main thing I need to do. So either I need to have an idea that's just easy, you know, very efficient for playing to episodes. So maybe like playing with my son, or having some kind of PvP setup where the team I'm playing with does all the work as far as like getting things set up. Obviously, it'd be easier if the devs set it up for us, but in the case of what we have right now, we have to set it up, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, or playing a new game. So if you guys have any help on that, put it in a comment. I will read those, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. And then, of course, when the war is over, hopefully Frostborn will start getting updates again. And I love Frostborn, so I don't mind keep doing that, especially if there's ever PvP updates. But in the meantime, this is what we got. All right, guys. I'll see you next time.